Saudi Arabia? Not exactly the first place that comes to mind when planning a trip, right? We get it. Before going, we had no idea what to expect. Just a lot of questions. Is it safe? Is it even possible to travel there on a budget? And honestly, would we even feel welcome? So, we decided to find out for ourselves. We spent 16 days road tripping across the country, and what we discovered completely changed the way we saw Saudi Arabia. From ancient wonders that barely anyone talks about, to landscapes that look straight out of another planet. And most of all, people who welcomed us like old friends. This is not a guide. We are not here to tell you what to think. This is our story, what we saw, what we felt, and what surprised us the most. So if you are even a little curious, stick around. Because Saudi Arabia, it's not what you think.
3 a.m. Not exactly the ideal time to arrive in a new country. No plane, no hotel, just a last-minute Couchsurfing host who saved us from sleeping at the airport.
After just a few hours of sleep, our host Yasser insisted on showing us around. It's our very first glimpse of Saudi, and we are taking it all in, wide-eyed, full of questions.
On the Corniche, the city feels alive. Families, friends, everyone is out, enjoying the cool winter air. We grab some street food before heading to Ithra,
A futuristic cultural center that looks like it landed from another planet. Museums, exhibitions, events, modern and impressive, and of course, a whole museum dedicated to oil. It's Saudi after all. We drop by a calligraphy event, watching a young prodigy at work. A miniature artist walks us through the meaning behind each of her paintings. It's nothing extraordinary for a first day, but that's the point. Life here isn't as different as you might expect. We're at the train station in Dammam waiting for our train to Riyadh. We've just been dropped off by Yasser. We cannot wait to explore more of Saudi Arabia.
So the train ride is 4 hours, and we're supposed to be sitting together, like there's no separation, women and men, but somehow we're still separate on our tickets.
Yeah, someone failed.
I might have failed. In Riyadh, capital of Saudi, in the middle of the country, and the entire journey was just desert.
But it was pretty nice, comfortable, smooth.
But no free Wi-Fi, so don't get scammed. Prepare your SIM card.
We take a karim, the local Uber, to our host's place. He trusts us enough to let us move in while he's at work. Saudi's hospitality at its finest. Wow, so nice!
This is it. And look at our room.
Private bedroom! Oh my god!
Thank you, Couchsurfing.
We have one full day in Riyadh, so we started quite early.
We took the bus, then the metro, and the metro is great, like super modern. Like this is a station, for example. It's very futuristic.
Piece of art.
And the distances are huge, so really you need to use the metro wisely to move around the city. And right now we're in the financial district.
Yeah, let's see what we can discover in one day in Riyadh.
And it's funny because on the map there is even places that don't exist yet. Everything is in construction everywhere. And for example here there's gonna be the steps. Not allowed. Never allowed.
You cannot spy on them.
Time for a snack. A thin Arabic bread, almost like a crepe, filled with white cheese and za'atar. Simple, but exactly what we need.
Then Diriyah, the birthplace of Saudi Arabia. Once the stronghold of the first Saudi state, its mud brick walls witnessed the rise of the kingdom. Today, it's a mix of ancient history and luxury dining.
It's really nice to see how the Saudis are taking care of their heritage and of this place. They really crafted a really nice experience for the visitors. There is information everywhere. You can approach people, there's guides, booklets, free water, everything is spotless. And yeah, it's a top-notch experience really.
One almost wants to whisper here because it's so silent and like everyone is quiet. There's no music, people are very calm. I mean, this is gonna be a big difference from India for us. Cultural shock.
And there's small museums all around, so one on the Arabian horses. We learned a lot about the Saudi culture and the history of this place. And it's actually quite empty. We're here on a Sunday morning, and so it's not so popular. And I think when you come at night, so you have to pay, but you have nice illuminations, a 3D show on the facade, so it might be worth it to come to plan it for the evening. For lunch, we're meeting with Mohammed, our Couchsurfing host. It's time for our first kapsa, the national dish of Saudi and much of the Gulf. The chicken is incredibly tender, and of course, we eat with our hands.
At a nearby gallery, we stumble upon a local legend, AlUla Hamas, one of Saudi's most famous painters. We don't share a language, but art doesn't need translation.
A quick stop for knafe, a Jordanian sweet, crispy, syrupy perfection.
Yes.
It's been a long day, but there's one last stop we can't skip. Chop Chop Square.
But no executions today, just an empty plaza, eerily quiet. Until recently, this was where public beheadings took place.
Before heading home, the smell of fresh bread is too tempting to resist.
Shukran. We end the night in a local market where a DJ is spinning old records to sell his vinyls. A perfect mix of past and present, just like Riyadh itself.
Finally, it's time.
Road trip! So we're in a mall and getting ready for our road trip.
So we need to buy everything we're gonna drink, everything we're gonna eat, and some camping equipment as well.
And maybe some warm clothes. It's supposed to be freezing. So it's exactly 100 euros we spent in a Carrefour. We should be good for some time. We covered all our breakfast and probably dinners. And now we still need to get cooking gas and pot.
You know what kills me? Is that we're stuck with this again after Oman, where we had our magic stone, and now we have no magic stone.
And this cheap shit again.
Yeah.
You have to be extra careful with this.
So right now we're looking for a way to go to the edge of the world, this very famous viewpoint, like 1 hour away from Riyadh. But a lot of the comments on the Google Maps, they say you need a 4x4 or better to book a tour. So now we just look at the satellite map and try to find a track. But you know, with our car, I don't know if we can get there. So we're just trying, basically.
Not good.
So we entered a sort of national park. There was a guard guarding a gate, and we asked him if we could get to the edge, and he was like, "No, your car is too low." And I said, "Can I just go and check?" He's like, "Yeah, problem is check, kaput." So we're gonna see. We don't want to break the car. That's actually priority number one. So these are the best. Like there was one car, we stopped, the guy super nice, he didn't speak great English, but he told me that we're almost there at the end of the road. of course, we couldn't refuse getting some biscuits he offered. And we should be able to make it. So, let's go! By now, you've probably got the idea. The edge of the world is exactly what it sounds like. A sheer 300-meter cliff dropping into an endless desert plain. It's great.
This is amazing. Like finding it, being there is a good portion of the mystery and unknown. You are not sure if you're gonna make it with the car, and then you hike for a bit, and you are here alone. It's amazing. So we are definitely very happy we gave it a shot. This way, I think it's totally worth it for us. We just found this tower on the side of the road actually, and apparently it's been built in 19th century for protection of a city that ended up being attacked by the Turks. So it's really amazing that they restored it and it's lighted up. There is no one, but you can climb it for a view.
We whip up a quick dinner and call it a night.
Good morning.
What a night.
It was so cold.
It's like 6 degrees. I think the African sleeping bags are really not good for Saudi Arabia winter.
No, we need to buy extra equipment, otherwise we're not going to survive the 10 days here.
And I'm curious how it looks outside, because yesterday we came at night, so we didn't really see where we're properly camping.
Okay, all is clear. In the morning, we take a walk to explore what was hidden in the darkness last night. Raqba is an ancient village, its history etched into the crumbling mud brick walls. We wander through abandoned traditional houses, stepping into the past with each doorway we cross. All the speed limits in Saudi are written in Arabic, so brush up a bit on your numbers before driving. Our next stop, Ushaiqer, once a key rest point for pilgrims traveling from Iraq, Kuwait and Iran on their way to Mecca. So this village is one of the most preserved of Saudi, and it's very typical with its geometric features, the triangles, the decorative doors. And here in the morning, only the birds are chirping, we're alone. The artisans are at work reconstructing a bit the houses, so it's a great stop on the way. In this part of the world, part of your name is the name of your father, name of your grandfather, great-grandfather, and here we have an example. You have Ibrahim, son of Abdullah, Ibrahim, Hassan, Rashid, Abdullah. So it can get pretty long, but like this you basically can be sure that you are unique, because even though the names kind of repeat, with this very unique sequence, like this is you. We're going to the camel markets.
Wow, there are so many.
This is actually the largest camel market in the world. Thousands of animals bought and sold every day. So we're here just after lunchtime, and it's not a time where we see live action. It's more a quiet time where there's just Bedouins chilling around their camels. So I imagine that if you come maybe early morning or a specific day of the week, you might see actually buyers that want to buy the camels. And just now we got a confirmation from a last-minute Couchsurfing host, and he's inviting us to his house and maybe for a picnic in the desert. And yeah, any day we'll choose Couchsurfing over camping, so we're quite excited, and we're meeting him in 2 minutes.
We drive into the desert and end up in a dried riverbed. His friends are already there, picnic set up, greeting us with big smiles.
So basically Badr meets his friends like every week, and they hang out at this spot in the middle of the desert. And it's so funny, it's super organized and everything goes so quickly. Like they do first coffee with dates, then they eat a kabsa, and then a tea for finish, and all of this is maybe less than 45 minutes. It's like they know exactly how it works. They're super well equipped. And we had almost no words in common, you know, they don't speak English, we speak terrible Arabic, no Arabic. Ah, okay, we're going to pick up some mushrooms or something. Let's go. Woohoo!
Wow!
This is very exciting. Like really, without Couchsurfing, we never had this experience of like going to picnic in the desert and now picking up mushrooms in the middle of the desert. It's incredible. I really like it. Perfect day. The truffle hunt goes on until sunset, and as the day fades, we gather around the fire for more coffee and dates. لأنني وأحب أتكلم معك.
With me? Is it okay? Do you understand him?
Everyone is super busy doing stuff, and we're just here enjoying. There's
Our
Christmas lights,
Kawa?
infinite kahwa, sweets, dates with tahini, sunsets.
You're the boss!
After this completely surrealistic day, we finished the evening meeting all his friends and eating some more kapsa.
Badr and his friends, they run this compound together, and so they have a place where they can come and chill, watch TV, have fun, drink tea, share a kapsa, and they even hired a chef that cooks for them, prepares the wood, the tea, so super chill, and they can really focus on having quality time in between each other. And you can see the bond in between them, you know, it seems very special, and I kind of wish like we also had this, you know, back in Europe in some aspects.
And apparently girls have the same, but for that we haven't been invited. But they confirmed it exists for girls as well.
We fill up the tank and head northeast towards Hale, 300 kilometers away.
Oh, the mountains around here are so beautiful.
Yeah, we did well to go off the highway to find a place to have lunch. And now we need to buy bread, because we have hummus, we have some za'atar, olive oil. Missing bread. I'm a bit disappointed. I was looking for the fresh baked breads, and I just found the big, completely industrial one. But it was a fun experience in the small town here. Everyone is kind of looking at us.
We find a quiet spot in the mountains. Our only visitors, curious camels. We roll into Hale, and once again, Couchsurfing comes through with a last-minute host. He's eager to show us around, so we jump at the chance for a night tour of the city. He actually convinces us to stay in the city an extra day to go explore the area together. We reschedule for 2 days later. The next day, we head to a desert oasis with Abdul, our host, and a Bedouin whose family has lived on this land for generations.
My name is Ali Abdullah Al Sirur Al Shammari. Welcome.
And this is my oasis.
All yours.
Hey. Bismillah.
It's also a gourmet experience. We just found this on the ground, and he says, eat it, number one.
Number one.
Number one. Lisa and Abdul bond over their shared love for horses. He takes us to a friend's stables, where we get up close with the famous Arabian horse.
Like horses in Europe, they're just like chilling, lazy.
Yeah, it's more active.
This one wants to run, like you can see that he just wants to go and run fast.
We finish the day chilling at home, and Lisa gives the PlayStation a try for the first time.
I'm accelerating!
We start in the morning the long drive towards AlUla, feeling lucky to have already connected with so many locals.
It's also a great opportunity to ask all the questions we still have about the country. Like every day we get new questions, and Abdul was also super interested in our lifestyle in Europe, what we do for fun, how we meet romantic partners. So it was like also a very good moment of understanding and sharing.
True.
Like how we live.
Yeah, getting a little bit more under the surface.
Yeah,
It was super nice.
We've arrived in AlUla, the famous oasis. It's the top destination promoted by the Saudi government, and it's easy to see why.
Everything here is clean and well maintained. The old town has been beautifully restored, making it a must-see for anyone visiting the region.
AlUla is clearly targeting wealthy visitors, trying to create here a cultural and social hub, hosting many events all year round, like this race across the desert.
This reminds me, yesterday our talk with Abdul, we were telling him that once you buy a coffee pot, it's for life. You just need one. How do they keep doing business? He told us, oh no, maybe we use 30, 40 coffee pots in the house because you use for decoration. Like this, it's really typical in the houses to have so many coffee pots.
We took our time exploring AlUla, appreciating the incredible attention to detail. There is even a subtle incense smell throughout the city.
As the day winds down, we head to Elephant Rock, the most famous sunset spot in AlUla.
Saudi so far feels like a perfect mix of little tourists and mostly locals traveling their country. So it is very authentic, but you don't feel like you are the only tourist here and everyone is looking at you. So far it's been really perfect. I think if we climb up there, we're gonna have a nice view on the sunset.
As always, we managed to find our own spot away from the crowd and had an incredible view on both the famous and less famous rocks.
This is our first night camping here in AlUla, and actually the government dedicated a stretch of desert only for camping, so you just come. It's completely like wild camping style, there's no facilities whatsoever. And we came at night, so it was a bit scary, like following the road, because again, like our car is not made for the desert. And once it became too sandy, we just stopped. We have just one neighbor down the road, like maybe 1 kilometer, so it's really not busy. And the sky is one of the most impressive I've ever seen. So clear.
Please report.
It was cold, but we survived.
You have all the fingers. So this is our campground. Down there it's our neighbor. And there are some camels.
Well, we might be slightly late for our fancy lunch. What's up?
Yeah, we tried to reverse from the track, and as soon as we went off, we just like got a bit in the sand. So now we're a bit stuck. So I'm trying to put stones to get more traction, you know, from the front tires, or we're gonna have to push.
We don't often splurge on expensive restaurants when we travel, but today we have a good reason.
Outside of AlUla, there's a private valley filled with luxurious hotels and buildings. The only way in? To be a guest at one of the establishments.
So we made a booking at Marriott Social, the most affordable option, located inside the iconic Mirror building. the largest in the world.
The setting is incredible, but the food, nothing special. Trying to save some money, so I didn't take a cocktail like Lisa, I took a bottle of water. 15 euros bottle of water. Same price as cocktail.
Welcome to Riyadh. Please come in.
Shukran.
Hegra is an ancient archaeological site, known for its stunning rock-cut tombs. It was an outpost of the Nabatean kingdom and is sometimes referred to as the Second Petra.
It's an unmissable visit when in AlUla. So when our day tour got cancelled last minute, we immediately booked the next option, a night tour.
It's a 90-minute immersion into Nabatean world, complete with a horse carriage arrival, incredible light installation, world-class comedians, music, and full-scale market with food and activities.
وعناصر أخرى من الطبيعة لتشكيل هذا
We had an amazing time and would strongly encourage anyone to try the night tour. They say that in Saudi the one most dangerous thing is hitting a camel with your car, and especially at night it can be very dangerous because you don't necessarily see them. Anyway, and there are camels everywhere.
We continued driving towards Medina, Islam's second holiest city, which only recently opened to non-Muslims. Our first stop is Quba Mosque, the very first mosque ever built. From there, we follow the main avenue toward Al-Majid and Nabawi.
This immense mosque houses the tomb of the Prophet Muhammad. We sat in the courtyard for over an hour, completely overwhelmed. The sheer scale, the stunning architecture, the significance of the place, it left us in awe. Seeing thousands of worshippers from all over the world united by their faith was unforgettable. Sticking to our tight schedule, we leave Medina behind, many sites still unexplored, and drive 200 kilometers to the Red Sea coast.
Exhausted, we settle for beach camping, battling the strong night wind. But by morning, the place is calm and peaceful.
The famous restaurant!
Wow, so everyone in Saudi has been telling us about this village where they do the best fish in Saudi. We didn't drive all the way from Jeddah like people do, it wasn't the way, but still super excited to try it.
This restaurant offers a diverse selection of freshly caught fish. We decided to try the barbecued brown spotted grouper, known locally as Nagel.
Within 20 minutes, we're enjoying our meal in a traditional way, using our hands and seated on the ground, separated from the other guests.
Today, we are finally reaching Jeddah.
It's the second largest city in Saudi Arabia, and we've heard it has quite a distinctive feel. It serves as a gateway to Mecca and is known for being more open to the outside world than the rest of the country. We'll be staying here for 3 nights for some much needed rest.
I'm hungry. We're looking for a bakery shop that doesn't exist on its normal location, but we're gonna find it. I'm gonna bring you there. Okay, I give up. Here's shawarma. The shop either doesn't exist or it was not opened yet. So the hunger was stronger than us. And we got 2 shawarmas and 1 drink for $5.50. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in Al-Balad, and we were very impressed with the many mashrabiyas, the ornate wooden balconies that allow the people inside to see what goes on outside.
During the day, it's pretty quiet, but as evening approaches, shops open and the streets fill with locals hanging out. The city comes fully alive, showcasing its vibrant energy and lively atmosphere. It's said to be the city that never sleeps.
The city surpassed our expectations, and the incredible care Paul received from his barber perfectly embodies the welcoming spirit we found there.
What are we looking at?
This exhibition is called Winter. The artist is named Dammam, he's a Palestinian refugee. And what he wanted to show with this exhibition is how every Muslim man that goes to perform Hajj or Umrah, he has to wear these two white sheets on him. And from far they might look like they're all similar. But actually when you zoom enough and you get closer, you will see different patterns on each of them. And so I think it goes to show that, from far a Muslim man is a Muslim man, but as you get closer, you see how maybe they're all different. It's super interesting. I didn't know that actually the fabric was so different. Like, it's true, like we haven't noticed.
For dinner, we are meeting an expat, giving us another chance to get some perspective on the country.
Meat?
Surprise.
Enormous amounts of bread. We said wahed, guys, wahed. When the hotel doesn't offer breakfast, you improvise. Scrambled eggs, campsite style. We're somewhere around Taif and we're reaching the end of our trip in Saudi, but actually we've been invited today for some hike, I think, and yoga session by a couchsurfer. So now we've been driving 15 minutes on small roads to reach his house in the middle of the mountains. It's beautiful.
So we made it to Jaber's guest house, and this guy is super nice. He makes so much effort because he doesn't speak much of an English. So our communication is through Google Translate, but so far no issue, like we understand each other well, and he offered us tea, coffee, dates, the basics. And we met two other Saudi girls here, which are probably going to be our translators for the trip. Now it's a praying time, so everyone left, and we're going to have lunch and then the hike. So the hike is starting. We did a little warm-up of stretching all our muscles and everything. So people here take the hiking very seriously.
Along the hike, Jaber made many stops, sharing rich stories about the land, including how his family used to live in the caves and details about the traditions of his people.
It felt really special because we finally had the chance to connect with women and children, something we hadn't experienced much until that point.
When we returned to the guest house later, a familiar dinner awaited us. Yes, another delicious kapsa. We finished this incredible day with a yoga session under the stars.
Well, today not much, pretty long day on the road, 8 hours I think back to Riyadh. But the one exciting thing, I got this at the supermarket. It's a branch wrapped in plastic and it's supposed to be the original toothbrush. I think it's a miswak. Let's try. So first you start by chewing the top and you expose the bristles and then you just like brush. Sorry about that. A bit more. And now, here you see, you have like a toothbrush. It's great, it's natural. You do circles, super important, 3 minutes. As we're driving back to Riyadh to return the car, we're debriefing about the extraordinary time we had in the country. 16 days, thousands of kilometers, and countless moments we'll never forget.
Did this trip change the way we see Saudi Arabia? Absolutely. We came in with questions, and we left with stories. Stories of adventure, kindness, and a country far more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined. Is Saudi Arabia perfect? Of course not. No country is. But what we can say for sure is that we saw a side of this country that most people never hear about.
If this made you curious, let us know in the comments. And if you're thinking about visiting, maybe it's time to start considering it.
Thanks for watching! Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next adventure.